So we are live again with another recap of the Matchday 5. I forgot to say it in the title, but it's in the description or whatever, where I have all the links to. But anyways, we're gonna do as always. We're gonna do Sudamericana first and then Libertadores. Um, Obviously, we did match reaction for Colo Boca Juniors. That went very well. Um, I haven't seen how many views that on, so I guess it went well because usually I'm angry when Colo lose. So yeah, let's just start with the first group: Quito, Botafogo, Cesar Vallejo, and Magallanes. So Quito nil, Botafogo nil. I think it's just expected. 0-0, boring result, but that's what the two teams are happy with. By looking at the table, they're both through. So, and obviously Magallanes, yeah. Well, why did you lose? Oh. Yeah, that's Chilean teams in a nutshell for you on this tournament. So, Chilean teams they do struggle. Bad result Magallanes. Now they just have to focus on the league. Hopefully staying in the league because they're a historic club.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think like this match they went pretty much as we expected. I personally predicted Cesar Vallejo and Magallanes to draw, but I did expect Magallanes to not have enough to qualify in the end. And yeah, Cesar Vallejo, at least they got a home win, but they are now both teams eliminated, and it's the last thing to play for in the last match day is going to be who is going to finish first between Quito and Botafogo. They are basically just going to try to outscore each other.
So what I think, if Quito won out, you'd be first. I think they need to score more goals. I think.
Yeah.
Or I think if they go to the same goal difference, same points, and all of that crap, shouldn't Quito be first because they have less conceded? Or
no, but more goals scored is the first tiebreaker, and Botafogo has more goal scores.
Hello,
Mats.
Hola. So yeah, this group is basically over. Who finished? Okay, Magallanes is gonna finish fourth. Next group, obviously Danubio. Winning at home versus Huracan and Emelec draw against Guarani. I think didn't you predict a draw for this game and Danubio win, or?
I think I predicted that.
I think you predicted,
or maybe I predicted 2 home wins, but I don't remember. I remember I did say Danubio would win because I feel like Huracan are in a terrible.
I think you said 1-1 for the Emelec.
I would have to go back and check that. I mean, if I did, that's an amazing prediction. But Danubio did win, like I predicted. Huracan are basically. Are in a very difficult state right now. They don't seem to find their form in the league. They are terrible. The people are not happy. And you can tell that basically their chances of qualifying from this group faded away after that draw at home against Emelec and now against Danubio. Yeah, they lose because of a penalty. It was a close game, but they deserved to lose in the end. And now they are sitting bottom of the group, and to qualify, they need a miracle. They need to beat Guarani on the road and hope some other results go their way between Emelec and Danubio. It's going to be very tough. As for Emelec, got a point at home. They are going to be very disappointed because obviously that keeps Guarani ahead in the race. Guarani are going to be the happiest with that draw. Emelec very disappointed that they couldn't get the win at home to put themselves in a better position to qualify. And now it's going to come down to the last match day. Personally, I don't feel like Huracan have much of a chance, but we'll have to see. This team, all 4 teams still can qualify, but I feel like for some it's more difficult than for others.
Yeah, so obviously this is the group standings. What a group this is. Um, it's incredible. Wait, I think if Danube and Emelec, if they draw and Huracan win, I think Huracan goes to first. Or
Yeah, I think that happens.
well,
Huracan
no,
could go to first, but it's gonna be tough.
well, that's tough. I was yeah. Next group, obviously, it's over for this group, but 1-1 draw. Ramirez scored. I think that's the Chelsea one who used to play.
Yeah.
Bragantino, they got a draw away in Argentina, which is very strong. Yeah, it's. I think Bragantino is happy with this result because they're still first. They only need to beat Taquarai next game, the last game. And I think it's Estudiantes. They should have won the home game because now they're in a problem where they need to basically destroy Petrolero. And hopefully Bragantino drop points. And it's going to be tough for Estudiantes to finish first. But then we have 2 teams there who has nothing to play for. Taquarai winning 3-1 away as strong victory. It's gonna finish like this in this group, I think. What's your thoughts on these 2 games?
Well,
finishing.
Yeah, Estudiantes, like you said, are going to be disappointed that they couldn't get the win that would have put them in first and gotten a bye into a round of 16 of the Sudamericana for sure. I still feel like, having qualified is already good enough. And if they finish second, they're going to have to play one of the third place teams from Copa Libertadores. It's not a big deal. Oriente Petrolero making a good a good argument for being the worst team of the competition so far. They've been completely terrible, 0 points and minus 14 goal difference. They've been completely shambolic, and Taquari at least got to beat them in both of their encounters, but couldn't make a push for qualification in the end. So this group went very much as we predicted. Estudiantes and Bragantino are very much powerhouses, and the other 2 teams are very, very bad. And now, like you said, it's going to be very hard for Estudiantes to finish first, because as long as Bragantino win against Taquari at home, which they should, they're going to most likely finish first unless Estudiantes completely destroy Oriente Petrolero. I feel like Estudiantes has a chance to destroy Petrolero because they are that terrible, but I still feel like Bragantino will finish first nonetheless because Taquari is also very bad.
This group is over, like most of the groups. Sadly, this group was over because I would have loved to see what could have happened if Tolima beat Sao Paulo, but Sao Paulo is too strong. I think they pretty much dominated them. Tolima did not really do that much, but it's expected when you go to Brazil also, and Sao Paulo, who basically has conceded 0 goals in this group stage.
Very impressive.
A home game to play. And I think Sao Paulo is probably the favorite right now to win this shit because they're looking too good. That's why I hopefully want, obviously, my team in Libertadores to go through. as a second, because if you go into this competition and there's the like Sao Paulo who does this well, it's gonna be very tricky to win this. But yeah, Tigre home win 2-1 expected, but they should not concede to this Puerto Cabello team. It's absolute. It's not a disgrace because they won this game, but they should not really concede to this. They're probably the worst team in this competition. I think they're the worst team. I'm not sure. Um, but looking at the other groups, they probably are not. So, what do you think of this? And obviously, um, Tigre and Sao Paulo obviously through. What's your thoughts on these two games?
Yeah, Tigre basically routinary win over Puerto Cabello at home. Puerto Cabello at least finally got a goal in this competition, 96-minute penalty to do so, but of course it wasn't enough to get a result and ruin Tigre's day. Tigre basically just doing just enough to win this game and secure qualification. Meanwhile, in the other game, Deportes Tolima had the obligation to win in Brazil to keep some tension going into the last match day, but it wasn't meant to be. They just got completely destroyed in Brazil. Same thing that happened to them last year. I believe it was against Atlético Mineiro. They lost like 8-1 or something crazy like that. So yeah, once again, Tolima got completely destroyed.
We lost 8-1. We lost 8-1.
Tolima last year in Libertadores, I think. Or was it to Flamengo? I don't remember. It was either Mineiro or Flamengo. They lost to really bad in Brazil. And yeah, this time it was no different, and it also eliminates them from the competition. Now they have a match against Puerto Cabello, a team who have nothing to play for. And Tigre is going to go to Brazil basically just because they have to, because it's on the schedule, because for Tigre to finish first, they would have to beat Sao Paulo on the road like 4-0 or something. So that's not going to happen. So yeah, this group is very much decided, and it's going to stay as it is. Very, I believe I expected a bit more from Tolima. I expected them to challenge a bit more, but yeah, it was very tough in this group, and it went, I guess, like some people expected.
And I just checked. There's one result, 8-1 result, which was in the obvious. Oh, there was River Plate Alianza Lima was 8-1, the Libertadores, and then there were Palmeiras versus Independiente Petrolero,
Oh, okay.
and then I think there was one more. No, I don't think. I will come back to it. There was. Yeah, Tolima lost 8-1 on aggregate versus Flamengo.
Oh, it was 8-1 on aggregate. Okay, that's
Yeah,
what I
and
remember.
they lost 7-1 away.
Okay, yeah, that's what I remember.
Thank God could never get these results. Oof. Yeah, I'll come back to it if it's another result that I think of. Yeah, but let's move into the next. Yes, let's go, Audax. Let's go.
Man, Santos are so disappointing, I swear. They had
Wow.
one job. They had to win at home against Newell's to keep their hopes alive, and they couldn't even do that. They considered in the last play of the game against Newell's, who somehow Newell's keep their perfect form alive. They have 15 out of 15 points in this group, which is crazy, and they might go 18 out of 18 if they beat Audax Italiano in the last match day. But yeah, this group is very much decided. Newell's is already guaranteed first, and Audax have guaranteed second in the group as well. Qualification, and Santos, they are the shame of Brazil. They couldn't escape this group. They weren't even close. They're gonna go into the last match day against Blooming with no chance of qualifying. It's shameful for a club this big in Brazil to get eliminated so early in a second tier competition like the Sudamericana. It's completely disgraceful. And yeah, we knew Blooming wasn't going to do much, so there's that. Yeah, very disappointing for Santos all around, and I don't know what's going to happen with this club. And Newell's, we'll have to see, because with this great unbeaten run that they are into, 5 out of 5 wins, they are making a case for themselves to maybe contest for this competition. We'll have to see.
You know what's funny? With the 8-1 River Alianza Lima lost Libertadores, Coca was in the same group. So yeah, I think, well, Audax, let's go. They're through. The first Chilean team to be through so far in the competitions. Hopefully there will be more, but I won't be surprised. I think Audax, they play excellent versus these type of teams. I think they could be a sneaky team to look out for because they have been in excellent form. Santos, I don't know, it's disappointed for them because we expected them to finish first and they go and do this to us, which I'm very happy about that they actually did it because this is not the Santos that had Neymar, Ronaldinho, I think, and all those players. I know Ronaldinho did not play, but yeah, they had Neymar. So this is not the team that had Neymar. I don't know, Santos. They're not really that good of a team right now. Maybe they need Neymar back. Who knows? Maybe they need Neymar back. New Old Boys winning the group, very strong for them. Yeah, it's very interesting to see the last game between Newell and Alex. Okay, no, not that interesting, but if Alex can win, that would be good. That would be good. But yeah, Danubia and like Danubia should be.
Agreed.
Yeah. Not the team that yeah.
For sure, yeah. The Santos is not even close to that, so yeah.
Yeah, they are awful. And Marcos Leonardo played in the U20 World Cup, I believe.
Yeah,
he played in the U20 because I saw him in the lineup from one of the games.
Football Manager hero.
True. Not better than Daniel Pizarro, though. You're saying.
So this is our weekly recap of laughing at Peñarol again. They are on 0 points and minus 13 goal difference.
Oh my goodness, Peñarol. Peñarol is awful at the moment. Well, they have been it since since basically as soon as you play Coco, you turn into crap. So ever since they played Coco, they've been crap. Like, is there some juju over this team, or what is happening with Peñarol?
I'm not sure, but for the club that claims to be the biggest club in Uruguay and is one of the biggest clubs in the whole continent, this is completely disgraceful. Like, you are not even playing in Libertadores when it's so easy to qualify in your country. You're playing Sudamericana and you finish dead last on 0 points, minus 13 goal difference, losing 3-0 at home against Defensa y Justicia, who, no offense, are a great team, but they are a relatively small club here in Argentina. And yeah, they completely destroyed you. They rolled over you. I know Peñarol already had nothing to play for, but still, like, it's just about your pride and your fans or whatever, and you couldn't even defend your club at home. It's disgraceful. And Millonarios, very disappointing because before this match they were top of the group, and after losing to América Mineiro, they have very much bottled topping the group. Now Defensa y Justicia only need a draw at home against them to secure first place. And Millonarios, yeah, it's going to be disappointing, but I still feel like they will qualify. América Mineiro basically need a miracle to get that second spot. So I feel like Millonarios will still go through and will have to play one of the third place teams coming down from Copa Libertadores, of course.
I think if Millonarios get second, and they somehow get Colo-Colo. I would fancy Millonarios if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Legit. It's not if even if Colo-Colo was like on a 20 uh, game or winning run, we would still find a way to lose against these teams. So yeah, Penarol, hopefully in June or something. It's in June, right? Yeah, it is. We will do like a couple of days after. Obviously on Saturdays. I'm sorry that this is not on a Saturday, but we had other things planned yesterday, me and obviously. So we will laugh again at Penarol. Hopefully after this match day, of next match day.
They better not finish on 0 points, man. Like, come on.
If they finish on 0 points, oof, it's gonna be very funny. Next, we have Goyas against Gimnasia. This is okay. I get it. They're through, but they're not through. Ooh, yeah, they should have won this game because now they are in kind of trouble. Because if Santa Fe win against Goyas will probably go out because when there's title, they probably will win. Santa Fe winning 2-0 against Universitario. Very good game from them. Roda Yega scored. The former Fulham player. And did you? Most of yeah. Can probably tell Matt how you thought about the game. Who was better? Santa Fe, very good home win in Bogota. A team to look out for, definitely. What's your thoughts about these two games?
Yeah, I mean, Gimnasia, we knew they are very much eliminated now. They need a miracle to qualify now. It's going to be very tough for them, but we knew that already. We knew that they didn't have it in them to qualify. Goiás, it's disappointing for sure not winning at home, especially against the team who is bottom of the group. But I know this Goiás team is very limited. Honestly, even if they qualify first, I feel like Goiás has no chance to win this competition. In all honesty, they are not as powerful as the other Brazilian teams that we have in this competition. So yeah, Goiás, I still feel like they might go through. It's going to depend on if they can get some type of result in Colombia. Santa Fe are known for bottling results from time to time, so maybe Goiás can get something against them. As for Universitario, they are going to be kicking themselves about this one because this was basically a 6-pointer against Santa Fe, and now that they've lost it, they've jeopardized their chances of going through in this competition. Of course, their last game is the easiest game. They have to beat Gimnasia at home, and that should secure them qualification. But it's not a good look to lose in the fifth match day. They should have secured at least a draw to reach this stage in a more comfortable fashion. I still feel like Universitario will go through, and after that,
also I have a thing for Peñarol.
How dare you? How dare you say such a thing? How dare you?
How dare you have 0 points? Yeah, but it's gonna be probably top 2 to go through. Let's Santa Fe is certain to win based on the chances. You see the Gonda red card was it wasn't red card. Yeah, stupid challenge, stupid thing he did, but yeah. Study should advance because they're home to bottom of the group. They have to win. Last group, it's the second to last group. Palestino, I see you. Yeah, I see you, Palestino. Yeah. Estudiantes de Merida winning 1-0 against Fortaleza. I mean, Palestine. I see you. Oh yeah, it's the last group. Yeah, I forgot. Is it? Yeah, it's the last group. Oh, okay. Fortaleza are already through. I don't think they care about losing. Obviously, it's not fun to lose, but this was not that important. Oh, they are saving their powers to defeat Palestine. Oh, great. Oh, please don't. Palestino 0-0 against San Lorenzo. Should have won that game. But they got a draw. I guess Palestina is happy with it. Draw against San Lorenzo. But yeah, Palestina, please, I beg you, please just get a point at home versus Fortaleza, please. Don't bottle it. Don't you dare bottle it. After winning 5-1 versus Estudiantes de Merida, don't go and draw against San Lorenzo 0-0 and be like, oh my god, yes, we're through. And then go and get destroyed by Fortaleza and go out. Please don't. Please, I beg you, please don't. Palestino, please. Oh my god, Palestino. I think Palestino will go through. Hopefully, I don't jinx them now that I said it. But they're pretty much through. Because you know what I think about the Estudiantes de Merida? I don't think they're that horrible of a team, to be honest. Like, I know they are lost in the group. Ooh, they can. Don't forget this. They can still get third, so they will want to take revenge of San Lorenzo and beat them at their home to stop them going through and go above them. So I think it's gonna be very tough for San Lorenzo. Obviously, Palestino. Please, thoughts on this last group?
Well, yeah, San Lorenzo are going to be very disappointed of themselves looking back on the results that happened earlier, because they should have won their first game against Fortaleza at home and they couldn't score and lost in the last few minutes. They could have gotten a result against Fortaleza and conceded in a penalty in the 97th minute. And they got 2-0 draws against Palestino, especially the last one at home. I felt like they should have won. I don't want to say that the referee helped Palestino, but it was a bit sketchy.
Here we go.
No. I'm not making excuses. I don't even want San Lorenzo to go through, honestly. I'm just speaking facts. And yeah, I mean, San Lorenzo are going to be very disappointed of themselves because they couldn't get the results they needed. Now they are in a very difficult situation. They have to beat Estudiantes de Merida at home. That's the easy part. The hard part is going to be expecting Fortaleza to go to Chile and beat Palestino. Fortaleza most likely going to play a B team like they did against Estudiantes de Merida. That's why they lost the game ultimately. And I expect that Fortaleza are going to play their B team again. They're not going to take the game seriously. And Palestino might get even a win. I'm sure they can get at least a draw against Fortaleza, and that should qualify them to the next round. And yeah, San Lorenzo are going to be very disappointed of themselves. Even if they can beat Estudiantes de Merida in the last match, they are not going to go through, in my opinion. And yeah, it's very disappointing because in many games during this group, they had chances of winning or getting results that would have put them in a better position, but they weren't able to close them out. And yeah, that's why I think they will be eliminated in the end.
Hopefully they'll get out of this competition because they are annoying as hell. Same with Fortaleza, but we're gonna move into the biggest competition in the whole world.
True.
You see what I did there? Yeah. First of all, this A group is done already. So look at this. Bloody hell, look at this. Oh my god. Nublense's goalkeeper was the best player for them. And that says a lot. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. I think Nublense should just have won this game. Like, now you have to go away to Racing and win. But yeah. And obviously, Flamengo wins. Very good game, though. Very good game, though. That was a very good game.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I watched the highlights, but you know, that's probably it. What I did, I don't know what I did. Um, I probably slept during the game. Cause I don't like both of them, to be honest. Both. Ugh. Yeah, but congrats, Flamengo. You're going through. Racing Club also. Noblense, please. If Aucas getting 3 points, it's over. Noblense, get 1 point at least. Then I'm happy. What's your thoughts about these two games? But
Yeah, I feel like it's very disappointing from Aucas because they had a fantastic start beating Flamengo at home, the reigning champions, in the first match day. And since then, they've been tripping all over the place. They couldn't get a result against Racing. They couldn't beat New Orleans in either of their encounters. They lost at home to Racing in a game that they created more chances, but they couldn't finish them. And yeah, it's very disappointing from Aucas because I feel like they are a better team than their points accumulated shows. And yeah, it's just that they don't know how to close out games. They don't know how to score enough goals. And yeah, I feel like they are now that they have their last game at the Maracana, they are on course for finishing bottom in this group, which is very disappointing. Like I said, Ñublense at this point, they should focus on just securing that Sudamericana slot because it's very impossible for them to qualify at this point. They have to beat Racing and hope Aucas get a win, which is very much impossible in my opinion. So yeah, Ñublense just secure that Sudamericana slot, and yeah, you'll be fine. The game between Flamengo and Racing was very entertaining. I felt like Racing didn't deserve to lose, in my opinion. It was very harsh. They made some stupid mistakes in the first half that amounted to that first goal by Wesley. Rojas scored an amazing goal in the second half, but they couldn't hold on to the lead. And yeah, it was a 2-1 win for Flamengo in the end. But even though these two teams look strong on paper, I feel like neither Racing or Flamengo are gonna contest for Libertadores, unless they make some big signings in the summer, because both teams look completely awful at the moment. I don't think they are that competitive, and they are gonna qualify to the round of 16, but just because the opponents they were up against are worse than them. So yeah, I guess congratulations to them, but I expected more from both Racing and Flamengo. It's disappointing.
wanna move into the next group then. So 1-1 International Derby. And obviously Independent Medellin win 1-0 away. So it's still open in this group. That's what I said about actually in this games, that 1-1 draw and Medellin win, that would be the best for the group. Strong draw away in Montevideo for Internacional, who I think should have won this game, but I guess a draw is very good here because I think they will win probably the next game. Might win it. Nacional they will win. So it's between Internacional and Medellin to get that spot. So yeah, I think it's gonna be. To be fair, I think Nacional will most likely be happy because they know they will win the last game. They know it, and if they somehow lose, that would be funny because. Oh, yeah, what's your thought about these two?
Yeah, I mean, Nacional keeping up their trend of scoring in the last few minutes of the game to get a result, this time to get an equalizer against Internacional at home. Huge point, like you said, because it's very important that they keep the group close, because like Mats is saying here, their last match is the easiest of the group. They have to play Metropolitanos at home, And with that, if they have to win. Like, it's 100% required that they win this game, but they should win it, and that's gonna qualify them to the next round. And then if Nacional wins, it's gonna depend in the last game between Internacional and Independiente Medellin. If Medellin basically have to get a draw, they are currently first in the standings, and if they can get a draw against Internacional, they will go through, and Internacional would get relegated to that Sudamericana slot. So yeah, Medellin have to find a way to get a result in Brazil. I feel like this is the game to watch, honestly, Internacional against Independiente Medellin, because Medellin, if they get a result, they qualify, and Internacional, they need to win. If Internacional can win, they are going to go through, most likely in first place as well. So it's going to be huge. I feel like this is the game I'm most excited about between Internacional and Independiente Medellin. It's going to be massive. One of them is going to go out, in my opinion, because Nacional is going to win their game, obviously.
So yeah. Ooh, it's only 36 minutes so far. It's probably it's gonna be under 1 hour. Unless, yeah. Ooh, yes. Congrats to Bolivar, man. Congrats to Bolivar, who makes
They've done
it for the first time in their history. They winning the group.
Well, I don't think they are going to win the group because they have to play their last game against Palmeiras on the road. But I think it's very important that they have qualified. I believe it's the first Bolivian team that has qualified to round of 16 since like 2015 or something like that. So yeah, this is massive for Bolivian football. They managed to go ahead in a group against Barcelona from Ecuador and Cerro Porteño, two teams who I consider very strong. They have shown that they are not strong, but whatever. Bolivar securing that 2-0 win at home against Cerro Porteño, routinary at this point. Cerro Porteño have been completely awful, and Bolivian teams at home, they are very strong, and they showed it once again. They secure qualification. And for Barcelona, man, it's very disappointing because at halftime, they were leading 2-0 against Palmeiras on the road. It was a huge win because Barcelona were pretty much making a statement. And after that, they bottled it and conceded 4 goals in the second half. And Palmeiras turned the game around. Very disappointing for them. And Palmeiras with that secure qualification as well. And now we have to see who finishes top of the group between Palmeiras and Bolivar in the last match day. Most likely going to be Palmeiras because they are playing at home. But you never know. This Bolivar team may even surprise. We'll have to see. A draw will be enough for them to qualify first because they have a better goal difference. So that's something to take into account. And then between Barcelona and Cerro Porteño, we have to see who gets that Sudamericana slot. That's going to be very interesting because that's basically all these teams have to play for at this point.
First of all, if Bolivar win this Libertadores, we will have in the Club World Cup Bolivar versus Man City. We could have that.
Oh, they are both from the City group. That's nice.
So that's funny. Imagine Bolivar beats Man City. Imagine
I'm going bold. If that happens, I'm going bold.
Same. Imagine a random Bolivian centre-back from the Bolivian league pockets Holland and Bolivar wins the Club World Cup. Scenes. Bro, if that happens, Bolivar has saved football.
They need to take the Club World Cup to Bolivia so they can have Holland like having a hard time to breathe in La Paz or something because that's
true.
That's basically how they win.
Obviously, the next match day is these 2 games. I don't know. It's not the same time, so who knows? I might squeeze out watch on some here or sometime. Next group, River beating Fluminense, which it's very interesting. Yes, River needed to win. It's exactly what I wanted to happen. I think. It's exactly what I wanted to happen. River Plate winning, obviously against Fluminense. They score a penalty, another penalty in this Libertadores. I think, it's typical. typical how many penalties these Argentinian clubs is getting this Libertadores.
Just River.
Yeah. They're winning 2-0. Fair result. Obviously, Sporting Cristal going to La Paz and win.
Wow.
Wow. That is crazy to be honest, because I was thinking, oh yeah, this is not going to be win for Sporting Cristal. They have not been that good, but they go out to win.
Mm-hmm.
And now Sporting Cristal going to Fluminense. It's all open for the everyone can go through in this
True.
round. If Fluminense lose, everyone can go through. So, who I want to go to Sudamericana? The strongest probably. Who I hopefully get second is River Plate, because if Colo gets third, I don't want to face River Plate in that competition because River Plate is so strong. I know they haven't been the best in this group, but they're a strong team. What's your thoughts about the two games? Your biggest rival won. You're probably angry with that.
It's whatever. Like I was convinced, even though going into the last match day, even going into the last match day, River Plate were bottom of the group. I knew they were somehow gonna qualify, and they got the win they needed against Fluminense. It was a very good game from them. I feel like they deserved to win. There were some controversies because some Fluminense fans were asking for a penalty because of a handball, but you could say the same because Felipe Melo also had a handball and neither penalty was given. I don't know what was going on there. Basically deserved win for River. It was the win they needed, and this puts them into a great position to qualify because now all they have to do is beat the strongest at home, which should be routinary. I feel like River will easily win that game. And Fluminense, same thing. Even though they lost, I feel like they will still finish first because they should beat Sporting Cristal at home. So I feel like this group, even though it's very close on points, I feel like this group is very much over. River is going to beat the strongest. Fluminense is going to beat Sporting Cristal. We all know it. And that's basically all that's going to happen. Felipe Melo is still playing at 38 years old for Fluminense. That's a bit crazy. He has won Copa Libertadores twice with Palmeiras before. Very much a legend for Brazil. But I feel like this group is very much decided. I give no chance to Sporting Cristal. They are going to get Sudamericana in my opinion, but that's about it. Even though this group is close, I feel like it's already decided because I don't see how River and Fluminense not win at home.
So what do you think will happen though? Because you said the strongest in the Sudamericana. So
no, Sporting Cristal is gonna get Sudamericana. That's what I said.
So it's gonna be interesting next group.
Wow, Corinthians. What? Corinthians are a joke, you know. They got to the quarterfinals last year. They looked like a very decent sign, very organized. And now, they are completely awful. They are in the relegation zone in the Brazilian league. I don't think they are going to relegate, but they have been in terrible form. And now, with this latest result, because did they lose? Yeah, they lost to Independiente del Valle 3-0. They are eliminated from the competition. So very, very disappointing for them. River Plate, that's funny. Independiente del Valle, great showing. This is the team we all expected to see, I think. And they took care of business and they beat this terrible Corinthians side at home. And they have secured qualification as well to a round of 16. Meanwhile, Argentinos Juniors getting that last-minute winner against Liverpool to put them first in the group again. It's massive because now they only need a draw against Independiente del Valle on the road and they will secure first place. So basically all there is to play for in this group is to see who finishes first. Independiente del Valle have to win at home and they will finish first. Basically this group, played against my expectations because I felt like Corinthians were going to contest for that qualification slot, and they didn't. Now they can only qualify to Sudamericana if they beat Liverpool in the last match day. Very disappointing from them. And Independiente del Valle and Argentinos Juniors, great showing. They're going to battle out for first in the last match day, and we'll see what happens. But these two teams, very impressive, and we'll see what they can do in the round of 16, because I feel like these two teams can be dark horses. Both Independiente del Valle and Argentinos Juniors are dark horses in this competition for me. Don't look, Sebastian, don't look. What can you even say? We did the match reaction about Colo-Colo and Boca, and Colo-Colo, they cannot hit the target. It's shocking. Boca Juniors, yay, we've qualified. We are through to the round of 16.
I just want to say, why can't Balado score, for God's sake? Please. Why? Why are Colo-Colo doing this to myself? Why? Now we have to go out at home and win, and hopefully Boca Juniors help us. But if we win, we only need to win. Please don't lose. Don't lose or draw. Please don't. I can't take this.
You know what? I'm getting some deja vu vibes, because in the last Copa Libertadores, Colo-Colo got to the last match day in the same position. They had to beat Fortaleza at home. They lost that game, unfortunately, and went down to the Sudamericana. I feel like, sadly, it might be a repeat. Boca Juniors are going to beat Monagas, because it's Monagas. They are terrible. Even though they won the last game against Deportivo Pereira.
If we get fourth, Quinteros need to be investigated. Because this is a crime what he's doing to the football club. He goes save us from relegation. He's winning all these trophies. And then he's like throwing away this chance. I beg, if you lose, please, just win. Win.
Yeah, for sure.
As soon as I felt good every single minute of the game, until Boca scored, then I was like, oh crap, here we go again with this bloody heck of a joke of a football. So I think Castillo was pretty good in that game when he came on. I said he was gonna cook, and he nearly did it. I said he was gonna cook. Monagas, man, what a win from Monagas.
Yeah, deserved also. Like, they deserved to win that game.
Was it Navas scored in the 90th minute? 90th. I saw the game a bit. I don't know what I was doing at the time. I'm not sure what I was doing, but I was doing something at that time. I don't know. AD probably was streaming that time. I don't know what I was doing that time, but I was very happy when Monagas scored. But when Colo-Colo lose against Boca, I was angry. Please.
But at least, if you can see a bright side, Colo-Colo are lucky that Monagas won, because if Deportivo Pereira had won, Colo-Colo would already be eliminated. At least Colo-Colo now has a chance. They have to beat Deportivo Pereira, like you said. Monagas, I think they are getting fourth, even if they got that shock win against Deportivo Pereira. They are going to lose in La Bombonera just because they are Monagas. Even if we play a B team or whatever, we are going to beat them. And all eyes are going to be in that Colo-Colo game. They have to win, and if they win, they will go through. If they don't, they are going to the Sudamericana, and that's just how it is.
I'm going to be very angry with Quinteros if we don't win. Very angry. And I mean it, very angry. So, if I don't know, I'm a bit off if I should do the watch along, because I don't know, I don't know which game you will watch, because it's Boca at the same time, but at the same time it's Colo-Colo who needs to win. But if we do the watch along, I want you to look out at the Boca game, because that's also importance for Colo-Colo, because if Monagas win and Colo-Colo win, Monagas is going through. because of the better goal difference. So if we do watch along, you're watching the Boca game, I'm watching the Copa game. And if I cry by the end of it, yeah, if Coca are out, I'm ending it.
Well,
Like 94th minute, if the time is even.
well, Mats is a believer, so let's hope what Mats is saying
Yes.
comes true.
Put Matt at striker, please. Matt at striker and
Mats as striker would honestly be an improvement over Volados. So yeah.
oh jeez, please. AD over Bruno Gutierrez, please. Please.
Yeah. We all could start at Colo Colo.
Quinteros, if you lose that game, I'm gonna be very angry. I'm gonna start to chant Quinteros out. So yeah, but let's move into hello to AD, by the way.
Hello,
You're
AD.
streaming right now, I believe. So yeah, Alianza Lima.
I mean, this was expected though. Like, it was already very shocking that Alianza Lima got a win. They completely broke the matrix by getting a win over Libertad on the road. After that, they went back to being their former selves. You know, they are losing every single game like we expected. I believe I saw this stat. They are 18 games without winning a single game at home in the Libertadores, which is kind of crazy now. Yeah, they lost against Atletico Mineiro, goal by Huki, who was at the 2014 World Cup. And yeah,
I was watching the Coca game, and the commentator says, "Oh no, the Hulk has been destroying something in Lima." That's what the commentator said. I think were you watching at the Spanish commentators?
Yeah, I was watching with Spanish commentary. But yeah, I mean, Atletico Mineiro has been one of the best teams so far after their rocky start. Yeah, they need Alexis Sanchez, that's for sure. But I mean, Atletico Mineiro, after their rocky start, they've looked fantastic. They won, I believe, 4 games in a row now, which is very good for them. And yeah, they are through to the next round, as well as Atlético Paranaense, who got a win over Libertad. And yeah, I mean, Libertad now need a miracle. They need to beat Atlético Mineiro. They are at home, so that's good for them. But I feel like they need to beat Atlético Mineiro, I believe, 2-0 or 3-0 or something like that, and that should qualify them to the next round. It's going to be tough because Atlético Mineiro are in great form. And I mean, Alianza Lima have nothing to play for. I guess they can still qualify for Sudamericana, but they will not beat Atlético Paranaense. I'm sorry. So, yeah, Atlético Paranaense, congrats. They are going to finish first, and I expect Mineiro to finish second, but we'll have to see.
This group, the last group.
Yeah, this group is also already decided because Patronato got destroyed in Peru, like they should, because, you know, being a second division club, this is about what you expect from Melgar. They needed to completely annihilate Patronato, and they did so. 5-0, great win by Melgar. And, you know, even though they cannot qualify to the round of 16 anymore, Melgar have now put themselves in a great position to go to the Sudamericana, because Patronato is not going to get a win against Atlético Nacional on the road. And yeah, Melgar are most likely going to be in Sudamericana again. And as for the other game, Olimpia completely destroyed at home Atlético Nacional 3-0. Very good win. This puts them first in the group over Atlético Nacional, who have jeopardized their chances of finishing first. Now they depend on Melgar getting a result over Olimpia, which is going to be very tough. So yeah, great win by Olimpia. Even then, both Olimpia and Atlético Nacional are going through to the round of 16. Good for them. But I feel like Olimpia finishing first, great achievement for them. And Atlético Nacional are going to be a bit disappointed that they couldn't finish first, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll have to see what these two teams can do, because they are interesting teams. I feel like Olimpia and Atlético Nacional are other two potential dark horses. They are good teams.
Yeah, I think Melgar obviously they absolutely destroyed Patronato. They not demolish would probably be 9-0 or something, or 7-0. But they destroyed them. It was expected. Patronato, they are absolutely awful. They got 4-1 win against Melgar in their first game, but that's it. They did nothing. Olympia very good home win. I think they could be maybe a dark horse of this tournament because they've been playing very well. And obviously, if they can win it, that would be insane. If they do win the Libertadores, that would be insane. So if they win their group, which they probably will, they play second place of other team. And if it's Colo-Colo, woof, that brings memories back to 91 for all the for all the old ones. Yeah, I'm not that old. I'm not 45 or 50 like HH is, but yeah, it's gonna be a very good tournament. Obviously, keeping up with this tournament, obviously, Matchday 6, and then we move into the knockout. So of these tournaments. So you feeling good ahead of next match day, or is it a bit calm that Boca is through and you know what teams you might be playing in the second?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that comfortable about the teams we might be playing. I mean, I'm obviously glad that we are through to the next round and most likely going to finish first. But, you know, some of the second place teams are really good. You know, you have potentially Atlético Mineiro, you have potentially River Plate. We may have a Super Clásico in the round of 16 if they finish second. Imagine that. That's crazy. It's going to be very interesting what's going to happen.
I want to ask you, because there's a lot of groups is done already for the second place. If Boca do get first, which is gonna happen in my opinion, there's no chance to let it go. But if you do get second, would it be tougher for you guys because you will play against first place team, or is first in the group, is it more easier to get a second place team, or how do you see it?
I feel like it's more or less the same. It's more or less the same because, I mean, there are a lot of strong opponents. And like I said, there are many teams that are going to be strong in that second place position. We'll have to see. It's going to depend on the draw. I hope we get an easy opponent, obviously, but I don't feel like it's going to happen. But even then, if we want to contest for the title, we have to beat everyone. So that's about it.
If it's Boca River, that is gonna be fire. That is gonna be one game to look out for. And if Coca goes through, I want us to get Olympia or something like that. Some that we can just someone that we have played already in the Libertadores, because that would be easier. Because if we know the team have played it before, like for example Palmeiras, we played them before. Bolivar, we have played them before. If we get one of those, I think we would have a better chance to go through if we if we, for example, get a team that Racing Club, which we would have not played against in there. They were there for a long time, I think. And I think we definitely need first to win versus Deportivo Pereira. We had the cup before the cup game before. But I think if we beat Deportivo Pereira, I think we should be not looking at signing some players and then move on from there. Because
if
you don't go in with this team to play against the likes of Palmeiras, Flamengo, obviously Boca, River Plate, Fluminense, and all those very good teams that have a lot of quality players. We can't go to these teams with these kind of players because it's not enough to win the Libertadores. I guess what we will try to do is sell a couple of players and then sign players because we need players. We need more better players. no world-class players like Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe. Like, we need the players who can compete. Who we need a squad that can compete in the Libertadores. Not only compete in the league, the cup, Sudamericana, for example. We need a team that can compete in the Libertadores, cup, and league, like on 3 fronts. We need to start doing that because I believe if we have a good squad enough for all 3 competitions combined, I think we will do a lot of great stuff. A lot of great stuff. So, obviously, I will be later on AD744 channel for debate show. Hopefully,
Same.
Rank will be there on the panel. I'm not sure if he will, but hopefully, I will be there with AD and a couple of other people. Yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this recap Matchday 5. Oh, still got lost to Boca Juniors, which I'm very angry about. It's tough to be in Coca's position because we know we have to win, and if we concede, it's over. If we concede first, it's over. I have given up if we concede first, because we can't seem to score when we're down in games. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, obviously to Rank as well. Hopefully he does his. I want to speak with you, obviously, when we end this stream. Rank, so stage for that.
Okay.
So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Obviously, enjoyed my pain this week with all the Coco football, haram football that Coco plays. It's gonna be tough to go through, but coming up on the channel, I think I don't know what content I will do because obviously there's the Nations League, the qualifiers. Probably will do that. I don't know what else. I run out of ideas, so if I can get something in my head, I probably. Oh yeah, we can talk about it when we end it also, because now I figure out something that we could do. A couple of things. So hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed. See you guys later for another stream recap, whatever it is, and hopefully match day 6 with watch along. Hopefully, I don't know. Yeah, see you guys later.